Welcome to the Sleazy Podcast, the podcast about anything and everything, but mostly TV and movies. And now it's time to get sleazy.
All right, welcome back for another fun episode of La Sleazy Podcast, the world-renowned La Sleazy Podcast. We'll just say that. We are your hosts. I'm Sleazy, Mr. PBS.
Howdy.
Robzilla.
What's up?
And he's back. We caught him on a day off. The working man from the Chicagoland area, Hot Sauce.
I don't work Sundays though, so Sunday's cool. I don't work Sundays.
They give you one day off?
Yeah.
Nice. So you're working what, Monday through Saturday?
No, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, that's not bad then. So you got some
No,
time.
it's
on your
Prime,
hands.
Yeah.
prime pizza nights.
Yeah.
People have asked me, people are actually messaging me like, did Hot Sauce really quit? I said, here's the deal. Hot Sauce is a working man now. He'll be on
Yeah.
when he can be on. And, you know, depending on how things shake out.
He got a
know.
job for love, not money.
Right.
So he's trying it out.
So are you learning anything in the pizza industry?
I'm learning that they don't know fucking how to make pizzas in this area.
Oh, yeah? You're
Nice.
showing them how it's done, right?
Trying. I'm gonna get fired by the time I get them broken down. I don't think I can win this battle.
Really? So, like, what's the big, like, hold up or
What's the
disagreement?
difference?
They don't like pepperoni because it's greasy, but they eat the fuck out of sausage on pizzas. I don't know why one's greasy, one's not.
Yeah, isn't it the same amount of grease, I guess? But
Not if you ask them. Sausage is not greasy, pepperoni is. So a base pizza here is a lot of sausage and onion. And then they don't put the toppings on top of the cheese. They put the cheese on top of the toppings.
okay, I've seen that here
Yeah.
before. You know,
Yeah, and you run into that every once in a while, but the majority there, it's going to be your cheese, your sauce, your cheese, and then your toppings. Here they
Right.
put the sauce, depending on the topping, because like you'll put sausage down first and then the cheese. If you're doing a pepperoni, you'll put down some cheese, then the pepperoni, then more cheese, but not a lot of cheese. Some vegetables, like you'll put your onions down with your sauce and then put cheese on it. So it depends on kind of what they are, but the majority of the toppings go under the cheese.
okay, I got no beef with that. I could care less as long as it's in there.
Yeah.
But there is something about a pizza the way you're used to it, I guess. So, but so are you proud of the work you're doing? I mean, are you like, damn, I made a good pot.
So far, there might have been a couple that were maybe a little bit more well done than they might have wanted them, but nobody's complained yet. Nobody's tried to fight the pizza chefs yet, so that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah. So is Mrs. Hot Sauce running you the bubble bath now?
After you've been slaving away all day over a hot oven.
When you come home,
She's sleeping on the couch when I get home.
or do you like wake her up and she's like, "You smell delicious"?
No,
the other way around?
surprisingly enough, like I'm not, the boss was kind of like, hey, the dogs are going to be all over you when you get home, and they don't really care too much. So I don't know if I'm just not making a big enough mess on myself. I do have an apron. It's usually covered in flour if I'm actually making the dough and the pizzas versus just sliding them in the oven and baking them. But the dogs haven't really cared for the most part.
It's all in the dough, baby.
They're probably
Yeah.
used to all the stuff you cook at home anyway.
Yeah.
So can you make a mean dough now, or could
Yeah.
you do that before?
That's one thing that I had never done was make my own dough. Like all the pizzas I make at home, I've got some kind of a dough I'm using, or a pre-made crust, or a naan bread and making like a pizza on a naan or something like that. I've never made my own dough until now.
So
Do you ever throw it up in the air and twirl it?
No, I haven't done that yet. We use a sheeter to get them out to the thickness of the crust. So like you take your dough ball and kind of form it up, and then you throw it through the backside of the sheeter and it comes out onto a pan, and you kind of give it a little turnaround, hit some flour, and then throw it through the front side, and it's got like a longer set of rollers on it. And then you flour it up and just kind of run it through a couple times to just slowly get it down to the right thickness. And then you can pick it up and just kind of like toss it on the back of your hands to stretch it a little bit, and then put it on your screen, cut it, and then start making your pizza.
So does anyone ever call and they give you like a special name and then you kind of hook it up with a little Mary Jane on the pizza or anything?
I don't answer the phones. I'm either making the pizzas or baking them. I'm doing a lot of the baking them. Some of the younger employees, though, they're kind of over in making them and kind of doing the prep, and then I'm kind of overseeing that, and then in the oven and back and forth. And so I haven't really gotten to that point of like, hey, when this order comes in or anything like that.
No, but nobody's like, hey, I know the chef, so he'll hook me up.
Mm-hmm.
No, but they're making a fucking scene when they do come in. My wife's friends are coming in and taking selfies and pictures and shit. And it's a big fucking game. So
can we get a discount, please?
No discounts yet. No
I
discounts.
know the chef's kiss.
Yeah. Right. No hookups yet.
So how's your week going, Mr. PBS?
Oh, it's just fine. Another work week in the books.
Wow. Anything interesting happen at the local grocery store?
No, not really.
Okay.
Remodel. So everybody's, why are they changing?
Yeah,
I always tell them the same thing. I'm like, look, this company has more than enough money. They're not giving it to anybody, so they're going to move stuff around on you.
Yep.
Deal with it.
Absolutely.
And then you're going to have to ask me where it's at, and I have to tell you.
They'll tear down every store and rebuild it before they give it out to people. You know what I mean? That's just how it is.
This company makes money, and they're certainly not giving it to anyone.
Yeah.
Or giving you a break. So sorry, this is how they have to spend it.
No bonuses.
You want a raise? No. We'll just remodel that store.
They did do one thing that was like actually half-ass intelligent. They finally put
shut that store down.
I don't know if they had this when you were there, but they have a TV on the back dock and it shows you like the camera view of the back dock.
Yeah.
Well, they actually put cameras outside facing the dock bays and like the driver entrance.
Right.
So now you can actually look at the TV and see who's in the bay and who's at the door before answering it.
Nice.
And getting murdered by some homeless person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, wow, they made a half-ass smart decision. I don't want to like denigrate the homeless people. Most of the homeless people in the area are actually pretty cool. It's like the people just passing through that cause trouble,
Except for Backpack.
Yeah.
The drip.
Well, I mean,
is he still alive?
He wasn't causing us trouble. He was causing the other homeless people trouble.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you see that, like that one guy sleeping on the bench, or gal or whatever, they're not here to bother you. They're just trying to catch their Z's. It's some panhandler moving through that's bothering you every day.
They're just trying to die on the bench, pretty much.
We did have 3 people got their cars busted into one morning.
Oh wow!
I guess some SUV pulled up and a couple of them got out and smashed. They were
assholes,
I guess,
man.
Supposedly they hit a bunch of cars in, I don't know if it was Groveport or Grove City or something.
Terrible.
Savages.
Was it the Kia boys?
Yeah.
Not them.
Did you see they just had another one of those on the news where some kid stole a Kia and they drove it into a fire truck or some shit?
That's hilarious.
like why is it we can't get with Kia and get some recall and get this shit fixed so they can't steal these easily?
There is.
Is there really?
Yeah, they're doing like a computer upgrade so that they can't be started like through the.
It doesn't seem like anybody's taking care of it or anything.
Because no regular USB.
It's like every other day, like you hear, oh, this Kia got stolen again, and you keep wondering why your insurance goes up $10 every year. It's because of the Kias. But I don't know, Rob. How about you? Come on, Zilla. Get deep with us.
Another week of working and
get deep with us. Share your intimate moments.
What is this? The fuck you? What? My God, dude.
Come
Being
on.
all central about what is this?
Share with us.
No, it was just another work week, and then I took care of the dog. Tracy had to go to Florida. Well, she had to go to Florida for.
It's like
stuff.
A broken record. Took care of the dog. Took care of the dog. Took care of the dog.
Yep. Work. Take care of the dog. And
you mean you sat? You used the dog as an excuse to get out of things and sat in the house.
This dude. No, this time he was actually all over me because he was sad.
Yes.
So.
Like the pandemic and that dog is the best thing that ever happened to Rob because he just. It's just like.
Yes and no.
I don't know if I want to make that get together.
I don't still like being around people that much anymore.
I have to take care of Brownie. That's it. I can get out of anything. No one will
He
ever
was-
question me.
He was in the bedroom most of the time. He was just like, because he knew she wasn't there, so he was just like, just fucking depressed.
Oh, so Rob didn't need to be there.
Right.
I didn't need to be there.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
what the
fine.
dog would do if you left the house for an hour or two. He'd go right in that room and go to sleep.
I had to yell at him because like he has
'Cause he
anxiety
did-
panic attack. He's just walking and breathing like he's gonna have a heart attack. I said, dude, you gotta lay the fuck down.
Because
It's like
he's old.
11:30, and then sure enough, he laid down like all set. I yelled at him.
He's probably got doggy dementia and shit. You don't know where he
Can
is.
that dog even hear?
Hmm?
Can that
Say
dog
what?
even hear?
I think he's going deaf too, because I'm like Brownie, and he just turns around, and
He
looks.
probably is. He's fucking old, dude.
Well, he probably because he smacks the shit out of his head. He probably has brain damage, so he's just like all fucking looped.
He can't see. He can't fucking hear. I mean,
Mhm.
man.
They need to get him one of those, like people got the dogs push the button.
Yeah.
He's just like, kill me, kill
Kill
me.
me.
Put me out of my fucking misery.
Put me down. Put me down.
Don't be selfish anymore.
I'm sick of this chicken. Sick of this chicken.
You think it would be like Baconator, Baconator.
Yeah.
Now, bitch.
Now, bitch. Baconator. Now, bitch.
Baconator.
Get fucked.
Those videos are funny when people
Yeah.
have those little buttons for their dogs and the dog says something smart to them.
Or the
Right.
dog says something like creepy, like someone's on the porch. Someone's on the porch.
Yeah.
Like there's nobody there. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Like that was like, hurry up, bitch.
So anything else you want
Behind
to
you,
share?
behind you.
No, not really.
Oh, come on. You got to give the dirt so Hot Sauce can hear this. This is good stuff right here.
Well,
What, he get fucking pegged?
father will be.
I just assumed. I didn't need to know it though.
Oh, so is he going to be single?
He's a single man.
Did he get caught getting pegged? Is that what happened?
Yes, exactly what it was. So he's.
Oh, no way.
He gave her the 5 margaritas or whatever.
Yeah. Is that what it is? The 5 margaritas.
And now she's pegging you.
Yeah,
Did he
So he's
did
a-
he call some dirty pirate hooker to come over and peg him while his woman was out of town?
I have no idea.
So what?
Somebody-
So just break us down. What you sent me a text message last weekend?
Yeah.
And you were like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
I was just.
And I'm like, oh, you tell me what's going on. Like,
this.
go ahead, share. it.
He was doing something he wasn't supposed to.
Just
Was
share it.
discovered. No, it's just
Hold
discovered.
on. We're talking about your old man.
Yeah.
He was talking to bitches on porno websites, wasn't he?
Probably, maybe. It might
Maybe
have been.
you. I think you know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
He was talking to bitches on a fucking dating app and shit, wasn't he?
No,
Wasn't he?
No comment.
We should,
I've never met your old man, but God love him. I've heard enough fucking stories. I think that dude's hit on every bitch on every dating website in the last fucking 3.5 years from his 37 different profiles.
yeah, we need to catfish Rob's dad.
All right.
We'll make a fake plenty of fish profile and catfish his dad.
All right. I get him.
So Rob's like telling me, he's like, yeah, Connie said she's fucking leaving and blah, blah, blah. And then a little bit later he goes, yeah, Connie texted me and I guess dad's flipping out on her and telling her to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And he's like, she's saying she's scared of him. And Rob's like, he can't even wipe his own ass. What are you scared of?
I'm like, he's gonna throw away my stuff. I'm like, no, he's not.
What's he gonna do? Get up and throw it away? He throwing shit
He's
away.
throwing shit away.
God love Bubba, but
I love him, but man, Jesus Christ.
What's she's scared of him?
Well, he was just flipping out. I know how he
is
gets.
he gonna throw his piss on her?
I guess.
What's that squad they send in prison to get the people out who won't come? To get,
SWAT.
like the
Got
squad.
like the tag team come in and clear out the cells.
I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, he ain't gonna do nothing. I'm
She,
like, what
like-
can he do?
She could literally just will him outside, and that would be
Yeah.
it. He wouldn't get back inside.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
Put a rock next to his wheelchair wheel and he can't get over the rock.
Yeah.
What would you do if you like drove over there to see how things were going, and he's like crawling in the yard trying to get back in the house?
I'm like, what happened? Flashback to Nam.
Get out of here, bitch! I'm gonna get in that house one way or another.
I'm dehydrated. Give me a Diet Coke.
Exactly.
Damn.
And they need some water from the kidneys, brother.
Mhm.
So, do you think like his typical night when she goes to sleep, he kind of like sneaks out of bed and rolls in the kitchen, gets a Diet Coke, and he's like slowly trying to open it without that huge click, you know?
Oh no, pop's too expensive. We're doing the bottle since that's like 4 for $13.
Oh, so he's got the bottles now.
Yeah.
So he can just quietly open it and let
Yeah.
the air hiss out of it. Yeah. So he's good.
Yeah, he's fun.
Then you think he like wiggles his fingers and he's like, time to get on the computer.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Because he doesn't have a smartphone, does he?
Well, I had to upgrade to a smartphone, but it's like the most basic like Kyocera like smartphone you can get, because they didn't have regular just flip phones anymore at that point. So I had to get like the most basic one.
They really want it to where everybody has a smartphone. Like a couple of these people that have gotten away with getting flip phones somehow, I think they're weeding them out eventually too.
You need to upgrade that phone, sir.
Man, that's
aren't we about getting to the point where like even the senior citizens are going to be like, I mean, I'll be 50 in a few years. So like I can confidently say that while I caught it not as young as the kids now, like I've been with enough technology now that I'm not going to necessarily need to have the most basic stripped down phone when I get older. Aren't we getting to that point yet?
I would think so, unless they come out with something even more
advanced.
Advanced to where we're like, what the fuck are we doing? We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
My dad is like 72, and he just started using emojis and texts.
Oh wow!
The first time he saw it, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Shocked you, didn't it?
Like,
that's how I was. Dad sent me a message.
I'm like,
what are you doing? I was like, what?
My first thought is like, my father's been replaced with a pod person or a doppelganger. Like, my dad's never used an emoji. He don't even know what those are.
Yeah.
My dad figured out podcasts during the pandemic. So like every day, like the TV was just non-existent, and all you would hear was like health podcasts going on, and then Instagram reels and TikTok. But I don't think he gets on TikTok. He's more of an Instagram kind of guy.
What's TikTok?
Yeah,
those damn Chinese.
Yeah, my dad still has a Samsung like 6 or something. I'm like, you gonna ever upgrade that? No,
don't fucking need to.
Yeah,
it'll give me cancer.
Yeah, he's strictly against 5G. He doesn't want anything to do with it. I mean, it doesn't matter. All the 5G stuff's beaming down on us right now. So
yeah,
but it is what it is. You do your thing, I'll do my thing.
Yep.
But basically. So we have most of it's crazy news today. And then, we're going to talk about some shows, and then we'll close the show out with our favorite or our favorite or the best Arnold movies, whatever we decide to go with. But I think it's that time. What do you guys think? Crazy news with PBS?
Yes, it is.
All right. You ready for some crazy news?
The craziest news.
The craziest news we could find.
This one just popped up, so I'll just mention it real quick. But it popped up on my Google or whatever. It says, Lauren Boebert confirms former WWE star is not her father after 2 DNA tests. I can't remember if we talked about that or not.
Yeah, we have
previous
before.
Crazy news.
Yeah.
But apparently, Lauren Boebert's mother had a fling in the 80s with Stan Lane, former professional, 69. I'm assuming he's a former professional wrestler. I'm assuming he's not still doing it. And there was a big kind of to-do for years. She said he either maybe or was her father.
They both were swearing by it.
Yeah.
I thought,
or the mom was like 100% sure, but she wasn't or whatever. So it says, however, doubts persisted after a lab technician who took Mr. Lane's DNA was later convicted of taking a bribe to switch samples in a separate case. But in May, Mr. Lane and Miss Boebert agreed to submit their DNA for testing, which proved they were not father and daughter.
Wow.
What would you do? Like if you found out your dad was like a former pro wrestler?
I'd be like, let's go to some conventions and make a little bit of dough.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
I'll be your handler, Dad.
Do you have Hulk Hogan's number? Because I really want his autograph.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to meet him, of course. And Stone Cold.
I think Hulk Hogan's relatively accessible, isn't he?
I've seen where he's at, like he did a sports card show actually in Chicago.
Okay.
But he's so fucking expensive. I think he's like a $400 autograph.
Who is?
Oh, why?
Better be letting me give him a body slam
He's
for that.
he's got a lifestyle to support, I guess. I
Give
don't
me that
know.
leg drop.
I would
Shit,
love
he ain't living
to-
off that Gawker money still.
Yeah, you would
Or did
think.
Linda take half of that when she left?
Probably Linda took half of that.
Yeah. Who knows how much he actually got out of
Yeah,
that
I
before
know
they
that
went
business-
bankrupt.
Yeah,
Got to
yeah.
keep paying for those knee and back surgeries.
Yeah. There's this like rumor going around that he's going to wrestle one more match, and it's supposedly at Mania next year.
I don't want to watch
I
it.
saw, you always got to take the Hulkster with a grain of salt, but I think he came out and said that Shane McMahon asked him if he wanted to wrestle like one more time or something.
Yeah.
And of course, if
He said he's never had a retirement match,
Yeah.
and he kind of wants one.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
That's
his
fair.
last match, I've seen it pop up on social media. Like his last match was against Paul White, Big
Yeah.
Show, on some indie show like 10 years ago now, or more than that.
well, and I mean, he's had so many surgeries now. Like they said, he was walking with a cane and
Yeah.
shit. And
Well, like he was like back then, like when he was young, he was like 6'8". Now he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Is he
Just because,
really?
yeah, he was really big back then, but from all the surgeries, he kind of shrunk.
his back's compressed.
Yeah, it's compressed.
Okay, so are we going to go to this one? I got to pull it up here. Kentucky man accused of shooting roommate who ate last Hot Pocket.
Yeah, they were right here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Probably deserved it.
Yeah, you don't fuck with a man's Hot Pockets.
Fuck
Remember
no.
we had that Hot Pocket store where the guy went out to the store to get his Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
Like a plane or something crashed into his house.
Yeah.
Hot Pockets will get you, man. Let's see. Kentucky man accused of shooting roommate who ate last Hot Pocket, police say. Clifton Williams, 64, was arrested on assault charges Sunday after he accused his roommate of eating their last Hot Pocket and attacked him. It was published May 24th. Louisville, Kentucky. A man in Kentucky's largest city is facing criminal charges after allegedly shooting his roommate during a dispute over a Hot Pocket, authorities say. Clifton Williams, 64, was arrested on assault charges Sunday after he accused his roommate of eating their last Hot Pocket and attacked him, shooting him in the buttocks.
Oh.
Louisville Metro Police Department officials told WLKY-TV. According to police, Williams started throwing tiles at the man after he realized the last microwavable turnover was gone. He then shot him in the buttocks as he tried to escape, the TV station reported. Williams is prohibited from contacting the victim, who was taken to U of L hospital to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. His bond was set at $7,500. There's not enough detail in the story. I need to know like what kind of Hot Pocket was it?
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking the pepperoni, absolutely should be shot for taking the last one.
Like what caused this man to go postal over the Hot Pocket? Was it just a regular pepperoni? Or was it some special one that he really enjoyed? I mean,
Was it like the Philly one or the 3 meat one? Or
yeah, we got to know these details.
Got to be a good one.
it has to be.
I don't know. Like, what's your favorite Hot Pocket?
Probably a pepperoni.
Yeah, I'm just a pepperoni guy when it
Yeah.
comes to it. So I stopped eating those a long time ago because they kind of gross me out because sometimes it's hard to microwave those all the way in the middle.
Yes.
And you get that frozen chunk in there and you're like, ugh.
Or it's molten hot.
Yeah,
lava.
it's like there's no in between, you know?
Yeah.
I like the cheeseburger ones.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that one.
I
They're
forgot I've
good.
seen those. I haven't had them.
Everything's so goddamn expensive now.
I know.
You know how it is though. Like you get home or something from a rough day, and you just want that last thing in the fridge you were thinking about, and somebody ate it, and you're like, "You son of a bitch!"
It just sets you off.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
were counting on it and you were just like,
Here's the same article, or a different article from CNN. Man in Louisville, Kentucky, is facing an assault charge after shooting his roommate. In this one, they quote in the ass during eating the last Hot Pocket.
So how would you like to like tell that story? So where did you get shot? Oh, he shot me in my ass. And why did you get shot? Because I ate this dude's Hot Pocket.
The roommate said he tried to fight back before telling Williams he was leaving. As the roommate was leaving, quote, Mr. Williams went inside the residence and got a gun. The victim told investigators. Williams then shot his roommate in the ass while he was trying to leave, according to the citation. The roommate went a few blocks away to get help, the citation said. CNN has reached out to an attorney for Williams. Williams is being held on a $7,500 bond. Blah, blah, blah. The incident is one of the most examples of a disagreement escalating to gun violence in a country with more civilian guns than people. Yeah, we know that.
Kind of figured that.
Yeah, we don't care. We prayed for it. Move on.
Yeah.
We're good.
Thoughts and prayers, buddy.
We prayed. Move on.
Somewhere out there, somebody's like, I'm going to pray for your buttocks, sir.
Mm.
Dear Lord, bless this man's ass.
For a,
Bless his cheeks, please.
a speedy recovery.
Do you think he goes like when the chaplain comes into the hospital, like, I don't know what you call a chaplain, but we'd be like, sir, can you please just lay hands on my ass?
What if you get a bunch of ice cream like Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Well, it makes you wonder too if it what kind of caliber it was too. If it's like a 9mm or like a little 22, you know.
It's a failure in journalism here. Not nearly enough details.
Yeah,
we're not telling what we want to know.
Somebody needs to find this shit out so we can know.
I mean, like
we're gonna have to send Robzilla out on assignment.
Yeah.
You got enough money to get down to Louisville?
That's like a free trip. That's all enough for gas.
Yeah, it's not far. 4 hours.
Yeah,
it'll be good.
Sir, what kind of round was put in your ass for the hot pocket?
All right, we moving on.
Yeah, I think we're good. I'm looking through all these articles here. No more details.
Son of a bitch. All right, I guess I'll take the second one. Police seek panhandler who shot man after he refused to give him money. All right, San Antonio. What date was this published? Sunday, May 28th. Police are looking for a suspect who shot a man after the man refused to give money. The incident happened at the 100 block of Hutchins Place at around 6:26 p.m. Police say that the suspect was asking for money but was told no by the man. That's when the suspect shot through the door of the home, grazing the victim. The man did not suffer any life-threatening injuries but was transported to the hospital as a precaution. The suspect quickly fled the scene after the shooting. This is an ongoing investigation. I wonder if it's been updated since then. You see anything on that, PBS?
Look it up here.
He needs money, but
the guns at night are loud and bright. Jason would do this. Deep in the heart of Texas.
No, that almost sounds like a ruse to me or something. Like, you know, I ain't had too many panhandlers come knocking on my door of my house.
Yeah, that seems odd that it was at his house, you know, like just really weird.
Well, especially now,
I'm suspicious of that.
People they have Ring cameras now, so I mean, as well.
Like maybe they got into an argument or something, and he was banging somebody's wife, and the dude came over,
or the person who got shot who actually does owe the man money. It's just, like
drug deal going bad.
Yeah,
it seems very just weird.
Yeah, panhandlers just don't walk up to the doors anymore. They'll try to break in.
You never know. People are desperate for money nowadays. Yep. Have you seen that video? It's a clip of like some homeless community out in LA or some shit. But they're like, everybody just has their fucking head down, like they're strung out on something.
Yeah, that and it's Baltimore. I always see that.
It's crazy.
It's like zombies.
And these people are just camped out right in front of like nice condos and stuff. And the
people it was LA. I remember you sharing it.
Yeah, those people just leave and they get in their cars and drive away from it. And you're like, what a life.
Yeah. I mean, and they're like next to the garage. I mean, they can fucking just go in when they're opening it up and just.
Yeah, you imagine that? And they're fucking pissing right by that.
Yep.
Doing whatever.
Drugs, whatever else.
It's crazy. That's why it's crazy news. All right. What's our next one, PBS?
What are we back to here?
Should be real life news at this point because it's not crazy anymore.
Yeah, it's really not. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. This stuff is just so like every day now. It's just, like you said, it's become part of life. It's no longer like, oh, that's so crazy. I can't believe I heard it.
So I heard something like that last week. I mean,
it's just an everyday thing.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Here's some cautionary tale stuff. Arby's employee found dead inside freezer, beat her hands bloody trying to escape. Houston, Texas. If only she had a panhandler to shoot through the door, she'd have got out.
Yeah, right.
A Texas family has filed a lawsuit against Arby's and the store's franchise owner following the recent death of a woman who was locked. No, it's from Louisiana. It's just the story from Texas. Following the recent death of a woman who was locked inside a freezer in a Louisiana Arby's.
Why does that not surprise me that this happened in Louisiana?
The woman's 4 children are seeking at least $1 million in damages, claiming Arby's and the Turbo restaurants are guilty of negligence and gross negligence in not fixing the freezer door for over 9 months. Jesus. The woman, identified as this is an Asian lady whose name I cannot pronounce, Nguyen Lee. I don't know how you. Sometimes I think it's Win, like
wet Lee.
Yeah, Whitley. I like that. It's pretty close. 63 was found dead by her son inside the freezer around 10 a.m. on May 11th at the Arby's in New Iberia, Louisiana. Shit. According to the lawsuit, which was filed by Lee's 4 children in a Harris County District Court, alleges that a latch on the freezer door had been broken since August of 2022, and the store franchise owner and regional manager knew about it and didn't fix it. Hope they got that on paper.
Cheap bastards.
Employees say they had to use a screwdriver to open and close the freezer door and often used an oil drop box to prop the door open. A former employee says he personally showed the broken door to the regional manager after August 2022. Lee worked as a general manager of an Arby's in Houston, but in February 2023, she was given a temporary assignment as the general manager of the new Iberia Arby's. The assignment was to last 4 weeks, but was extended another 2 weeks.
Oh, man. Do you think she was like, today's my day off?
Yep.
You know, I always think about that clerk's line, like, I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Yeah.
According to the lawsuit, Lee was dropped off at the Arby's on May 11th to work on some opening duties before the rest of the employees arrived at 10 a.m. to finish opening the restaurant. At some point, Lee became trapped inside the walk-in freezer, which a former employee says was kept at negative 10 degrees or lower per company policy. Investigators reported that he, inside of the freezer door,
I think that's Lee.
had been bloodied, leading him to conclude Miss Lee panicked once locked inside and beat her hands bloody, trying to escape or get someone's attention, according to the lawsuit. Eventually, Lee collapsed into a fetal position, face down on the frozen floor. Tragically, it was Lee's son, Wynn, who found his mother's body when he arrived around 10 a.m. A preliminary autopsy says she died from hypothermia. According to according to court documents, Lee worked for Turbo Restaurants, a subsidiary of Sun Holdings, which operates hundreds of franchise locations of chains around the country, including Arby's, Burger King, and Applebee's, among others. They claim to be the second largest franchise organization in the United States.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah. It's worse that her son found her too. That's what
Yeah, you imagine that? Like, you're going in trying to prep for work the next day and you see your mom just fucking frozen in the middle of the freezer.
Your 60-year-old mother?
Yeah, bloody mess too from pounding on the door. Man, I hope they fucking take them for as much as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck them.
She should have put the fucking oil box in the door.
So it's her fault, right?
That'll be the defense. Well, you know, the defendant knew that, you know, they were aware and they suggested to use an oil box to prop the door. So,
well,
Miss Lee knew that she needed to prop the door open, and it was her own negligence that led to her savage death.
Yeah,
that'll be their defense.
In Hot Sauce's previous working life, he'd have been the guy like, we're gonna have to write you up for your mom not putting the box in the door.
You think everybody got a ride up at that Arby's store for the, you know, the unsanitary mess that they just had to clean up?
We have to put you on paper for this one.
You didn't follow best practices, and now we have to, you know, scrub and clean this freezer and get rid of everything in the freezer. So it's your fault.
Yeah.
Contaminated. And
it's right up.
We have to scan that out as a loss.
Yeah. Dock your pay, sir. I'm not clear on how long she was in there.
It doesn't say when she got dropped off. It said the employees were coming in at 10 and he found her at 10. So she worked there. He worked there, and then she was on a temporary assignment as his boss.
I mean, she must have been there late by herself, because you would think if somebody, I mean, unless they fucking shut the door behind her because she was, you know, not a good person to work with or something, they were pulling a prank on her. But she had to have been.
There was nobody there but her. He dropped her off.
Yeah. So I mean, why was she there by herself for that?
He dropped her off to prep before employees came in at 10.
Yeah. Oh, so she died. Like how early was she there?
Yeah, it says
the article doesn't say.
Yeah, it says she was dropped off on May 11th
to work on some opening duties before the rest of the employees arrived at 10. So she couldn't.
And then when he got there at 10, he found her.
Oh, it's -10 too. So yeah.
Well, and you know, she might have been, you know, maybe on blood thinners, because I mean that might that might do something to you too, speed up the process.
She might have her beat it to get out like that might be kind of what
didn't
caused it in a way.
Yeah,
with the blood.
Like if she could have just huddled in the corner or something for a while.
Yeah, I'd be like dumping shit out of the boxes and building a you know, cardboard house or something, you know, or putting it around you or something to try to keep warm.
Yeah,
as stupid as that sounds, but
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Something, you know. I hear Hot Sauce clickety clacking over there. He's finding more info.
Hypothermia can occur in about 10 minutes. Death can occur in under an hour in extremely cold conditions.
So, yeah, I guess it wouldn't take long then.
Yeah. It's especially if she ain't got a jacket.
So you would think. I think most people. I know when J-Bone worked at Arby's back in the day, he would go in at like 6, and he would prep for the day, and so they could be ready by 10. So she was probably in there for at least 4 hours.
Yeah. Especially if she just got there and then she just goes right in there to get stuff from the freezer to pull to thaw.
I just feel so terrible for anybody that dies at work. Like,
it's bad enough at work.
Bad enough you have to show up and give your life away for nothing.
Yeah.
And then you have to fucking die for it too. Like,
you have to
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It just fucking that sucks, man. It's terrible.
Mm.
But I hope they fucking take
I hope
Arby's. I hope they take that fucking that second biggest franchisee.
Like, it's gonna be knocked down to 0 now.
Yeah,
Arby's will be insulated from it. They'll dump everything on the franchise owner.
Yeah, they're like, well,
that's who they'll blame it on.
We give them strict policies and blah blah blah.
They're the franchise, so it's not our problem.
But I wonder if Arby's, if they call Arby's for maintenance, or is it the franchisee's responsibility to acquire maintenance and keep up on it?
I would think it's the franchisees that would have to do that, not actual, because Arby's.
How'd that work when you worked at Donato's?
Well, if you're a franchise, I don't know specifically, because the one I worked at was corporate, was a corporate owned Donato's.
Okay.
The other franchises is different too, because I know whenever there was a work injury, we had to put in the location that they worked at separate from the corporate address.
Okay.
To bill them directly. So it just really depends on what they used.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Yes.
Sure about that?
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm assuming since they are franchise, whoever the franchisees, the corporation that owns it, would have to follow up.
Sorry, you can't say that on here.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I'll say what the fuck I want.
So it looks like we got one more crazy news article. I think this one's going to be good.
Duck hunt gone wrong. Suspect used spray painted Nintendo pistol in robbery, police say. A South Carolina man has been arrested and charged after authorities say he robbed a store using a spray painted Nintendo Duck Hunt game pistol. That's a light zapper. I'm already questioning the veracity of the story. David Joseph, I don't know why they're using like his whole name like he's a serial killer.
Yeah.
David Joseph D'Alessandro, 25, was quickly apprehended after he was caught on the grassy knoll with a after he presented a gun and robbed the Sharon Quick Stop convenience store on York Street in Sharon, South Carolina on Tuesday. Deputies say the incident happened at around 5:45 p.m. Witnesses reported a person coming into the store wearing a mask, wig, and hoodie sweatshirt.
Man, he went all out for a disguise.
The person showed the clerk the fake gun in the waistband of his pants and then demanded money from the cash register. Approximately $300 was taken from the clerk. There's a picture on it. I don't know if you pull it up, but they spray painted the zapper gun black. The grip is gray.
Yeah.
And I think there was a gray zapper, but the funny part is they left the trigger orange.
Yeah, the trigger's orange.
They didn't paint the trigger, so you can see the orange trigger on it still.
Hold on. I got to put this up on the...
Deputies located the D'Alessandro. Okay. In the parking lot of Dollar General down the street, deputies found the duck hunt pistol in D'Alessandro's pants. He was arrested and booked into York County Detention Center.
What a douche, man. Like,
hey, obviously he needed the money. So,
I mean,
you go through the effort of look at this detail that he put into this. I mean, like, he even got like the gunmetal. Is that gunmetal gray or is it just black and it's just hitting the?
I think the gray. I think that he just left that gray because it looks like black overspray up at the top
had
part
the
of
gray
it.
zapper, right?
What's that?
The original ones were gray. The newer ones were orange.
I remember seeing gray and orange.
Yeah. I had the orange one. So the gray
Those were newer ones.
So that might just be the gray zapper. So you just left the handle gray or whatever.
I wish you would have the power glove and paint it like it was a gauntlet gun.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking dead shot.
Nintendo zapper gun. 1985. Jesus.
Yeah. The old ones were gray and then the new ones were orange.
So if you're working there, you're born post post 1985, you're like, wait a minute, is that from fucking Duck Hunt, dude?
I bet there was like some Gen Z person there. They're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's a gun.
Yeah. This motherfucker got Nintendo Duck Hunt gun.
So I wonder which one.
It's the old one because it's got the orange trigger and the gray handle.
Yeah, because I remember.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember having that one.
So maybe he could have just sold that on eBay for something for the money.
Yeah.
Is this the old one, the orange one?
No, the orange one is the new one. The old one is the gray one.
Yeah.
So this
For
is the
safety, they made the new ones orange.
Okay.
Because that big fucking bright orange trigger that looks nothing like a gun trigger wouldn't give it away. But yeah, the orange is for safety.
RoboCop's gun or something.
There's a good picture of that one.
Yeah.
I always remember the orange one.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, I mean, do you think he was just at an all-time low, like on the ground pouting, and he just like saw the Nintendo box, like, on the side of the room or something, and he probably like just got up and hit it out of frustration, and the Nintendo zapper fell out, and he was like, brilliant fucking idea.
And there's like it's just like in the movie, there's a long stare and they're thinking, and they go,
he was like,
I
I fucking got it. I fucking got it.
How many other crimes has he used that spray paint zapper gun for?
Do you think he like probably like went up to his bully or something? He was like, listen here, you're going to stop fucking picking on me. You're going to get it.
Or the clerk behind the counter just starts laughing at him like the dog from Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
And then duck behind the counter.
Yeah. He just turns around, just like, whatever.
Yeah. Why hasn't somebody like photoshopped the duck laughing, behind the counter and that guy like under arrest or something? Like that would be hilarious. Man, like the effort you go through to spray paint this and take the time to make it look real. Like you could just go borrow a gun from somebody.
Yeah. At that point,
like,
can I borrow your real gun?
This is America.
Here for like
you
10
can't
minutes?
get a real gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's 25 too. He could have got a gun.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the money to get a gun. So
I mean, it's just like
maybe that was his next plan, was to get a gun with the money he robbed the store for.
How much are you going to get from a convenience store now these days? You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody pays with cards.
Yeah, it's not that much with cash anymore.
You might get
there's levels to this. He was working his way up. It was a pyramid scheme. He's starting down there with the light zapper, and then he was going to get money and then buy a gun, and he was starting his whole criminal enterprise with a light zapper.
Like I've never seen a video like two guys walked in with like AR-15s for a convenience store.
Yeah,
they're like, put your hands up, and the old man shot him with a shotgun.
Good.
He's like, he blew my fucking arm off. Well,
good.
They left, so he was all right.
Can you find us that video?
That was a John Carpenter movie, Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
It does sound like a John Carpenter movie.
That was the beginning to a John Carpenter movie.
Some like 80s like punk gang come in and they're like, give us all your money, old man.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, one second, I got it. I got this for you, bitch.
And then they tried to rob it, and then the next place was full of vampires. And
yeah.
Like, sir, you can't use that in here. We don't have any CRT TVs.
Yeah. Do you think he like pulled the trigger and it was like click, click? Didn't it used to make that when you would push the trigger in?
Yeah, it's just like click, click, and then of course you hear the sound from the
shit. I gotta reload.
Dude, that was. Have they ever made a game as fun as Duck Hunt again? Yeah,
really.
I mean, I guess you could say like, what was it? What was the old zombie one for like Dreamcast?
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead was pretty fun.
Which they made like 5 or 6 of them.
Why don't they make like shooting games anymore?
I remember like even they had the pistol for it too, and you had to use the thumb control to move.
Yeah, I bet they have something for like VR.
With all, I was gonna say, with everybody's got like a 7-inch TV anymore. I mean, you think like I used to play Duck Hunt on my 20s. Now I got a TV 3 times as big.
I really want them to remake the Die Hard game.
Yeah,
remember the arcade game?
Yeah, you had to hit the button and you like kick them, and like it was kind of like the quick time events.
Didn't they have that where you could? I thought they had that at one point.
I think
they
it was
had 3.
2
They had the first one, which was like you were in the course of the building is
right.
The second one was the first person shooter, and the third one was you were in a car.
I remember they released it for like PlayStation one time, didn't they?
I have Die Hard on Sega Saturn.
We should call Muzz and get a lifeline here.
About to say Muzz would know.
He would know it like right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then I
tell
think
us.
I have 1, 2, and 3 for a computer on a computer disk somewhere.
Because I remember it being a trilogy was just the one game.
You want to try to call Muzz and see if he picks up?
Sure he's not working today?
He ain't gonna answer.
No, it's Sunday. I don't see why he would be working.
Might be at church.
Hold on, let me turn my Bluetooth up.
Might be robbing someplace with his assortment of light guns.
Mm-hmm. He's got something a little bit more realistic looking.
Can you use, obviously you can't use a light gun on new TVs, but is there some sort of peripheral like that you could use?
Probably just because the Wii had the motion controls.
Right.
So I'm sure you got something you can use. It'll have the little bar at the top of your screen so you can move around.
I found that video.
Because I had Virtual Cop on Sega Saturn,
Virtual copy. It was awesome.
and had the light gun peripheral for that.
Hey,
He answered.
hey, you're on air right now on the Sleazy Podcast.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Hey, everybody, this is Muzz from L1 Games. So
Hi everyone.
we're talking about, we just read a crazy news article about a guy trying to he tried to rob a store with a duck hunt zapper, Nintendo zapper.
An NES zapper.
Yeah, he spray painted it black, but he left the trigger orange. So, we've determined, that is the second zapper, correct?
No, it's the first.
Or the first.
Yeah, the first zapper was the gray and cream colored one, and then if I remember correctly, and it's been a long time, there was a shooting back in the 80s. Some cop shot a little kid with a zapper, and then they changed the color. They made the bright one the orange and gray one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that being said, we just wanted to ask you, so like, what's the best zapper game that you can recommend? Is it
For the NES?
no, just in general?
Or just in general.
Like, what's the last good zapper game they made?
Man, there are so many great. Time Crisis, I think,
Time
is like
Crisis.
just
Time
one
Crisis,
of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just long running, but not maybe the most iconic. Duck Hunt probably is the most well-known, but not even the best one on Nintendo. And then Area 51 is a great one. Everyone knows that one.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Terminator.
Yeah, Area
Terminator.
51's great.
So can you hear us okay?
Yeah, the Terminator game. Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, cool.
I'm out in my garage too. I've got fans going and everything.
Oh, we can't hear that. So,
Okay, good.
Yeah, we were trying to discuss like what was the last good zapper game that they came out with, and why haven't they had more, I guess gun games,
Shooting games.
Yeah, shooting games.
I would say the last good zapper game they came out with was probably House of the Dead Overkill on the Wii.
House of the
Yeah,
Dead.
yeah,
I
we just
mentioned
mentioned
House of the Dead.
Yeah. Because they did House of the Dead 2 and 3 on one disc for the Wii, and then they did Overkill on the Wii.
Okay.
Which also I think is the game with the second most F-bombs of all time.
Oh, wow.
Of any video
this up.
game. Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
I want to know what the first is.
But an outstanding, I can't remember what the first one was, but definitely a game worth playing if you have a Wii laying around.
You know what I want them to remake is the Die Hard arcade game.
Yeah.
Give us some good graphics and give us some kind of well, I guess it'd be easy to do with VR nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, Die Hard would be great. It's funny, I just had a Twitter post about this recently, where I had Die Hard Arcade, which was better, Die Hard Arcade or Die Hard Trilogy, the game that was on PS1.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
1996. Yeah.
Yeah, Die Hard Trilogy was amazing. It was like 3 games in one, and it covered all 3 movies.
Wow. And you have that in your collection, obviously, right?
There's no question. Yeah, I actually have both.
I think we should have a Die Hard
Dynamite
day.
Deku and Die Hard Trilogy. Yeah, you're welcome. Come on over. Play the game.
I will schedule something with you maybe later this week or something.
I remember playing the Die Hard arcade at like the laundromat because that's the only place I had it. I was just like play the shit out of it.
Yeah.
It's funny, the Die Hard arcade is not Die Hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not
something else,
based
wasn't
on
it?
the Die Hard. It was Dynamite Deku, and it got turned into
Oh.
Die Hard arcade because Die Hard was popular at the time.
Because you're like shooting like bank robbers and shit in the first part, right?
Yeah.
Or or is it?
Well, yeah, it's a beat 'em up, right? It's just a beat 'em up game, Die Hard Arcade.
Yeah.
And then in the Die Hard trilogy, there was a part where it was like Virtua Cop, where you're just like shooting the bad guys.
It's the second one.
And
This is in the airport.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
So,
thanks for
yeah.
picking up the phone.
Yeah.
You were like I was like, maybe we can call Muzz for a lifeline here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, it's funny. You caught me right in the middle of staining too. I'm covered in stain and out in my garage, and so. But
right.
I saw you. You know, I didn't know it was going to be for the show. But I thought I'd answer.
Yeah, Eric never calls me. Something's got to be up.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Yeah, that was odd. Normally it's just a text.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, have a great afternoon, and thank you for answering. And enjoy the rest of your staining.
Yeah, you guys have a great day too. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. See you later.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was cool.
Very.
Yeah. All right. So
I have looked up.
Scarface, the world is yours.
Yeah, I just looked up. Is that from thegamer.com?
Yeah. It's on Guinness too. I found it on Guinness.
Yeah, it says this game, Scarface, the world is yours. This game currently holds the Guinness World Record for the most profane game of all time.
wow.
Of course, nobody has counted the number of curse words in every single game. Even so, as it contains a whopping 5,000. Wait, just guess. Guess. It's 5,000 something.
5,899.
5,400.
Almost in the middle. 5,688 uses of the F word, according to the Guinness World Records. It's hard to imagine many titles beating it.
Wow.
It has 31,000 lines of dialogue.
That's insane.
I remember when that came out, people loved
Is there even that much dialogue in the movie Scarface?
I don't remember having that much dialogue.
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
All right. So I think we're going to move on. We've got, I really don't need to cover the HBO Max finales, I guess, since you guys didn't watch it. I mean, sorry, Max finales.
Max.
Get it right. Damn it. It's Max now.
Yeah. What a fucking load. That has to be the dumbest marketing thing.
It
ever.
sucks so fucking bad. That app is absolute trash.
How do you fuck it up after it was like really good?
All they had to do was just change the fucking name. That's all they had to do.
And maybe
Change
put a
the name.
section in there for TLC or whatever the fuck it is.
They already had one.
Did they? I didn't see it.
Or no, I'm thinking of the TCM. The Turner Classic Movies had a little hub in there or whatever the fuck it was.
Like, why couldn't they just put a hub for TLC and Discovery in there?
Like a tab,
they fucked it all up, dude. It's hard to find movies in there now. It's hard to browse. Like, you can't just browse the way you did on the other one. It's like a side-scrolling browser now, isn't it?
Yeah. Like you've got your shows, movies, HBO originals at the top. And then I think they did that though, so that they can get you to watch all the bullshit you don't want to watch. Because now you just go to shows, you're not going to get Chernobyl and House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. You're going to get fucking Renovation Moms and Butterfly Collectors Buy Property and all the other bullshit.
I will say I did watch an episode or maybe 2 episodes of the Army Hammer.
That's what I want to watch.
Cannibalism documentary or whatever it is. But
how was it so far?
It's pretty entertaining. I'll give them that. But I don't like when I turn on Max. I want to see Max. You know, I want to be able to look through, like Hot Sauce said, the hubs for different movies, and I want to look through every movie and see which one I haven't seen, or which, if something catches my eye. I don't want to side scroll constantly. I want to go down a list.
Right.
But
from a 2009 article, House That Did Overkill, it has almost 200 uses of the F word. So
it
set the Guinness World Record at the time.
Yeah.
So Scarface said F that.
Yeah. But yeah, Barry just had its season finale. Well, season/series finale.
Look, just go ahead and talk about your favorite show. The Marvelous Miss Maisel ended. I know you're waiting to talk about that.
I don't even know what that is.
I never even watched it.
It's on Prime. I see the commercials for
it.
Somebody's watching it.
No, Barry, such a great fucking show. And it's so fucking dark, but it's funny at the same time. But the finale had me, like, when it got to the end of it, I was like, literally my jaw dropped. I was like, what the fuck did they just do?
Right.
But I mean, they went for it all. I mean, they go for the total shock value. I guess you could say, the past 2 seasons.
And well, this is season 4, right? The finale of season 4.
Yeah.
See, I've only seen season 1. I loved it, but I want to watch.
Oh, you should.
4. That's the next one I want to start.
Yeah. You just take a nice little Saturday with Brownie and watch the series.
Half-hour episodes, right?
Yeah, so you can watch the rest of the series in a day.
I always forget those ones are a half hour. I thought you were 45, 50 minutes for that.
If a half hour, maybe 25 minutes or something.
Well, I've been seeing a certain scene on TikTok. I'm like, I gotta watch Barry again.
Yeah, Barry is hilarious. Like, there's one scene in season 3 where he's in prison, and it's fucking hilarious, man. But I mean, the way that the show just takes a turn, and you're like, what the fuck, man? This is crazy.
I saw somebody comment that they felt like Bill Hader was in a hurry to get it over with because he stuffed like 2 or 3 seasons worth of ideas into one season.
Yeah. But I mean, it ended well, I thought. I didn't expect what was coming to happen, but definitely it's a highly recommended show for me. So if you get the time, go check it out. Barry, it's probably one of the better HBO comedies. It's a dark comedy now, so if you're slightly offended by certain things or troubled by certain things, it may not be your cup of tea, but it's still a good show.
I feel like the older I've gotten, the more my humor's gotten more dark, so I find it more hilarious. Yeah.
It's definitely a very funny show, though.
I mean, when I was a kid, I remember watching The Cable Guy, and I hated it because this isn't Jim Carrey.
Oh, I always loved The Cable Guy.
But then when I got older, I fucking loved The Cable Guy. Yeah.
Cable Guy. Yeah,
I couldn't stand it.
On Max now too.
Yeah,
you can't stand Cable Guy.
No,
you didn't
like. I probably only watched it once or twice years ago. I don't know if I should give it a rewatch or not.
I still love the fight scene. Goodbye, Jim.
I mean, if you've never liked it in your adult life,
he beats up Owen Wilson in the bathroom, or whatever.
Yeah. Pluck them eyebrows.
I always enjoyed the baskbasketball game. And he was like, "We're doing prison rules." He's got his like fucking mouth guard in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's hilarious.
Or Medieval Times. Yeah,
Medieval Times.
I definitely want to revisit that. I haven't seen it in a long time. It's been kind of hard to find.
We don't have utensils, but you have Pepsi.
Yeah,
dude, I got a lot of tables.
Can I get a fork? We do not have utensils here at Medieval Times.
Janine Garofalo.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then after that, I want to say, or no, it was before that. Succession ended too. They had their series finale, and for I don't know, was it 4 years? I think they've had 4 seasons too, but it was like, who's going to win? Who's going to take over the company? And they dropped a bomb on you on that one. Like, you just didn't expect it. Like, it was building to end a certain way, and then they flipped it on you right at the last second.
Yeah, it says 4 seasons.
I feel like I've seen like a bunch of minor spoilers for that, but they're kind of out of context. So really don't know what they're talking about.
I am going to miss watching Succession, and then getting on Instagram Monday morning and following the Succession fashion account, because they'd always like show you what they're wearing and how much the clothes they're wearing cost and all that. And it's just
I did see one where what's Macaulay's younger brother?
Oh,
Kieran.
Is
it Kieran?
Yeah, Kieran.
He had some like $20 Walmart shirt, and they're like, finally something from Succession you could afford.
Yeah, because most of that stuff is like insanely fucking expensive, and you're like, damn. But they are playing rich tycoon kids, or
plus I like
tycoon.
I like Brian Cox too. I mean, they're like their dad. I think he's awesome.
Oh, that's probably one of his best performances, I think. But he kills it too. Now he's doing DirecTV commercials, so trying to keep DirecTV alive as long as they can. I think they'll be done here shortly. I'm not sure. Sports seems to be keeping DirecTV afloat and cable in general.
Yeah,
but I hear ESPN's wanting to do their own standalone streaming app.
Yeah.
And that'd probably be like the death punch to cable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be fucking $30 a month though.
You think?
Probably. I think it'd be high.
Well, they say, was it like 10 or 15 bucks of your cable bill is just for ESPN?
Yeah, something like $10 or $12.
So I mean, like you said, it probably wouldn't be surprised if it was $30.
I don't know.
20,
I think
they'll probably bundle it with something.
Yeah.
I think if they're smart,
like
they'll just do ESPN Plus and that for like $14.99. They'll compare it to HBO or whatever that is current,
Or if it's
but you got to think. You got to think though that $10 to $15 a month is subsidized across every motherfucker that has cable.
Yeah,
they're not going to get every motherfucker that has cable to sign up for their streaming ESPN.
They're going to try though.
Oh yeah.
I suppose if they gave you like enough content, like no blackout games and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool. But I mean, now certain things are only on ESPN. Certain playoff games and stuff like that. So I guess we'll find out and see.
I thought I saw an article that said Verizon was going to start bundling like Netflix and something else together.
Verizon ain't giving you shit. They just changed those new plans and fucked everybody.
Yeah.
Did they get rid of their free streaming, like free Netflix and all that?
That's what I told you a couple weeks ago. Make sure you got all your plans set because they're gone. Yeah, I'm paying $80 a month per phone, so I pay $160 a month for 2 phones, unlimited data, 5G, and then I've got Disney, ESPN, and Hulu. Now you're going to pay $80 a month, and you have to pay $10 for the Disney add-on. You have to pay $10 for your Apple TV add-on. So the price of the plan changed, but the stuff that was free before is now $10 a month. You get to pick and choose what you want for $10 a month. So now I'd be paying $180.
Huh.
Yeah. He's trying to go back to that flip phone. Yeah. We were talking about earlier. It'd be hot sauce and Rob's dad.
Yeah.
On the flip phone, making pizzas. So
hell yeah.
New Razor phone. Got some bitches.
You call hot sauce and he's like, what do you want on your pizza?
Yeah. Click.
Bring back
Man, we get so fucking busy we don't answer the phone because we're backed up. So these motherfuckers come in. I tried calling and nobody answered the phone. So what the fuck did you come here for then?
Take the hint.
So is this they just opened like the shop part, right? They just used to do take home pizzas?
Yeah, make them and sell them as frozen.
Okay. So people know about the brand through that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's
the storefront used to close at 6, but because we're doing pizzas from 4 to 9, you can still buy stuff out of the storefront from us or the other people that rent the kitchen space and make stuff.
Yeah.
So that what they'll do is they'll call the pizza number. If we don't answer the pizza number, then they'll call the other storefront number because they know we're in the same fucking storefront. Well, no, the storefront closed at 6, so can't answer that phone. Don't know what to tell you.
Nice try, loser.
Not
happening. All right, so we're gonna close the show out and talk about
some Arnold,
some Fubar.
Not a Fubar.
Fubar.
It's not a Tuma.
Fubar.
We didn't want to tell you this, but we had hot sauce back to the show, Rob, because he's gonna cuckold you. He's going to cuckold my whole family.
So
you should really Google that.
You should really. Yeah, you're gonna feel bad when you Google that.
So Fubar came out on Netflix May 25th, and I watched it all Memorial Day weekend. So that that would have been last weekend. I don't like. It was okay. It was fun in spots, but at times I really felt like I was watching a CW show with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Yeah,
I'm only about halfway through. I've watched 4 episodes. I'm gonna finish it. It's got this pace where they definitely want you to binge it. I think it just kind of feels like one long episode almost, because all the episodes so far at least have ended in like a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So you want to get just to the next one, just to kind of see how it's resolved. Gist of the show, right, is Arnold is an about to be retired CIA agent, goes on one last mission. Turns out his daughter is a CIA agent also.
Yeah.
So Arnold was just getting ready to retire. He's divorced from his wife, who is, I believe, it's a lot of vagina from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
So Arnold was ready to retire and get his boat, or his ship. Excuse me, his ship.
A ship.
And he was going to try to win back his wife. And now he's got to deal with his daughter knowing the secret. And they've got to try to save the world.
Yeah.
From an evil genius who's looking for a nuclear bomb to set off.
Well, of course, it's always some like drug cartel person too.
Yeah.
Like Arnold's formula hasn't changed.
Yeah. It's like for the first 3 to 4 episodes, I liked it. And then if you would letterbox like the rating, I'd give it a 3. But like when it got to the last episode, I couldn't wait because I was so fucking annoyed.
You're done with it.
Yeah.
And they kind of end it where, it could end or it could have a season 2. So we may get another season of it. I would think we are.
Let's get something straight.
Much more of a comedy vibe than anything else, really.
And I think it tried way too hard, especially like they really, really depended on nostalgia for every laugh they got.
So did you see the Easter egg that he says in it?
I heard Choppa one time.
He said Choppa, but he said, and then we're gonna hang on to him like an Alabama tick. So it was
Oh.
Jesse Ventura from
Yeah.
Predator. I was like, these motherfuckers here.
I mean,
that's what it had to be. I mean,
they really went all out with like one-liners that he's already said, all
Yeah.
these years.
Yeah.
I haven't heard "I'll be back" yet. Does he say it in there?
I don't
No,
think he
haven't
said
heard
it, but
that.
it's coming.
But dude, seeing him run it's so difficult because like he's so much older now, and he's just like
He's in great shape.
yeah,
though.
he's in good shape. But
Don't you like that his cover for his CIA job, his real life job was a gym
gym
well,
owner.
well, it wasn't a gym
equipment.
owner. He
Gym
was a
equipment.
gym equipment,
Sorry.
and he wins all these awards and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I think another thing too, it gets old is him and the daughter relationship because it's just like Cobra Kai with Daniel and Johnny.
Yeah.
They hate each other. Something happens. They kind of work together. Then they're kind of friends. Something
I
happens.
was just gonna say, I felt like I've seen the show already for like several years now.
See, and I've said this too. And the one guy is in it who's the boyfriend of the daughter, Jay Barchel, from all those.
I wanted him to have a bigger role too.
See, I wish they would have did a mix of like True Lies with like Kindergarten Cop because he's a teacher that he has to win the approval of Arnold and then he gets on adventures. That should have been funny because the first episode was hilarious.
They definitely had some missed opportunities, and maybe they'll get them in season 2. Who knows? I mean, I don't know what they have planned and what they don't, but I feel like Jay could have had a bigger role, and there was this huge missed opportunity with him.
Yeah.
And especially with them wanting to go the comedy route.
Yeah.
But I will say this, it was nice to see Tom Arnold in something again. Tom
Does
Arnold.
he show up?
Yeah,
Tom Arnold is fucking hilarious in this.
He's only in it for like 2 episodes.
Yeah, a
but
couple
he's awesome.
episodes,
He's
but
awesome, though.
he shines in his role.
Yeah.
And it's like, where the fuck's Tom been all these years?
Yeah.
What's he
Chilling.
been? Yeah, obviously.
Chilling.
I'm waiting for that True Lies TV show or sequel.
Yeah, well, don't they have they're making a show out of True Lies. Right?
It's already out on Paramount Plus.
Oh, is it?
I put an episode on after I watched the first episode of Fubar. It was late. I was just kind of half-ass paying attention to it. It's very like TV show. It's like I think they're all like 42 minutes. So I wouldn't be surprised if it showed up on TV at some point.
Yeah.
It's got the guy. The only place I know him from is he was on the Reba TV show.
Uh-huh.
He was like the daughter's boyfriend.
Van.
Yeah, I think that's what it.
He's playing a bunch of movies. He played in Day Shift for like 5 minutes with Jamie Foxx, and then he was in some other.
And if Fubar is a very Netflix streaming show, True Lies is like a very TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it didn't really do anything for me at all.
I'm gonna have to watch it now that you said it's out. I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
Steve Howie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I don't think it's terrible, but it's definitely, you'll feel like you've watched that show before when you watch it.
Yeah.
And are we getting to the point now where there's just nothing original out there?
It's just something straight. If they're going to do a season 2 of this, I want my fucking final season of Glow. That's what I'm saying.
You're never getting it.
I'm never
Rob.
going to get it, but I'm just saying
That ship has sailed. It's never coming back.
we're never going to get a Ben Affleck Batman movie. We're not going to get a Glow final season. Fucking world's ending.
Don't say that.
But you do get to see Monica Barbaro in her underwear or whatever.
Yeah, you do.
She was really cute. It took me a minute to figure out where I remembered her from, but she
That,
was one of the pilots in Maverick.
By the way, that what was it? There's a terrible. I don't know if you've gotten to it yet. There's a love after love scene, I guess you could say. Yeah. And it's just so bad, because they're obviously older and they don't want to show skin or anything, but it's just weird.
Yeah.
Just missed opportunities with that show. And I hope if they do get a second season, I hope that they explore some other things like, Jay having a bigger role. And, I just think that there's missed opportunities all over the place with that show.
Yeah.
And, some people liked it. They said, oh, it's Arnold. I'll watch it. I had fun. And to a degree I did. But at the end of the day, like Rob said, I was ready for it to end. I was just like, I'm done. I'm ready to move on to something else.
I mean, it was a struggle. Like the last episode, I said, this can't fucking hurry up.
Yeah.
And they're not long episodes either.
They just kept dragging it out, dude. And it was like, you get to the end of it and you're like, yeah, this isn't going to be the end of it. I have a feeling like something like it's just an Arnold thing,
Well, the gist of every episode is like, oh, he's going after the nuclear materials, so we have to get there first.
Right.
Oh, he's going after the nuclear scientist, so we've got to get the guy who knows the nuclear scientist. Is there every episode is kind of like, and then this happens, and then this happens,
And we get bested.
The
So
plan's
now we got to
perfect.
move on.
The plan's perfect. Something fucks up, and it's just
Yeah.
like
or it's like we stopped him here, so he's going to go here, so we got to stop him there, and then he's going to go here.
I think that's where Netflix kind of falls short. Like, when they let people have too much freedom. I think somebody with some creative control could have been like, we need to spice things up a little bit and keep people interested along the way and not burn them out before the series ends.
I kind of wish not that the action's bad or anything, but I wish maybe they'd taken like a page out of John Wick's book or something.
Yeah.
And played up that Arnold's older and all that stuff. I find myself chuckling through good bits of the episode. I like the two like Arnold's co-agents. They're funny. Rue and Alden or whatever their names are.
Alden.
I felt like they the one chick, was it Rue?
Yeah.
I felt like
Find my
they gave her way too much.
Yeah.
I mean, she's okay for here and there, but she got annoying as the show went on.
Like I said, between 3 and 4, I was fine. After that, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Even just watching the episodes I watched, I was thinking to myself, this could probably be a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
This could probably be a
Yeah.
4-episode series. Like I get it. Even though I'm only half of it, like I get the gist.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it enough. I'm chuckling. The action's okay, but I'm going to do 4 more episodes. I've been very okay with it.
It really could have been a 2-hour movie, and I'd have been just as happy with it.
Yeah.
And you'd probably gotten the gist of everything that's going on.
Exactly.
I do like it's got the guy from The Office, who Michael was always going after.
Andy Buckley. He was Donnie in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was David on The Office.
Right.
David.
Right. So he's pretty
Suck
funny.
it.
He's pretty funny in the show as the guy dating Arnold's ex-wife.
Yeah. Yeah. The boss or what do you want to call him? He's not a regional manager. He's the district manager.
Right.
Yeah.
District
in The
manager
Office.
in The Office. Yeah. Yeah. He was funny in it.
Yeah. So, like I said, everybody's pretty decent. I got good chuckles out of it. Like I said, I wish you can tell, the same day we were kind of watching this, you shared the Steven Seagal video. And obviously Fubar isn't that bad, but you can tell when they do like the medium shots or the kind of far away shots, like Arnold doesn't quite look like that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't like, he's always kind of shadowed, so you can't like see his face or anything, but you kind of like, just give me old Arnold. I can believe old Arnold still beating up like a couple of guys, being like the smart old agent or something like that. Like on that first episode where he goes in, he's like, I was going to come in here and kill all of you and leave.
Yeah.
And then he does that. It's like, okay, he didn't have to like get up and do kung fu,
It's cyanide.
Jackie Chan stuff.
Well, I think they nailed it with Tulsa King, how they handle with Sylvester Stallone. Like
Yeah.
he does some fight scenes, but it's not over the top. You can
Yeah.
see it's him. So
There's a
I think they do
scene
that
in the
pretty good.
second or third episode where Arnold gets like a Jeep hits a tree and Arnold gets flung out. Like, oh, he did. Arnold did.
He's dead. Those old bones can't take that kind of
And he's
punishment.
like, he's still punching the guy on the ground. Like, that was her violin. You get it, your dad.
So I like, it's
language.
if you like hearing Arnold say like in his Arnold voice, like it's bullshit, or the cuckold stuff was pretty funny. I kept laughing at that.
And I like the guy who played Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was pretty funny. Barry, it's not time for cake yet.
So your mileage may vary on that one.
All right.
It's
So
just kind of nice to see some new Arnold though.
we're going to pull up a ranker list here for the greatest Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. All right. We want to do it this way. There we go. Number 1, they have Terminator 2 Judgment Day. What do you think?
Honestly, I figured Predator would be number 1 in my opinion.
No,
I figured
I
Predator
think-
or that one.
I would think Terminator 2 Judgment Day would be.
I figured it'd be toss up between that Predator and then T2. In my
It's
opinion.
I don't know if I'd even say it's like 100% my favorite Arnold movie, but if you'd say tell me an Arnold movie, it's T2.
Yeah, definitely.
Certainly to anybody of a certain age, it's T2.
What do you think, Hot Sauce?
Terminator or Terminator 2.
So would you bump this up?
Yeah.
All right, we bumped
Like,
it
I
up.
think if you tell me 90s movie, I'm telling you Terminator
And-
T2.
Hey, right behind it is the first Terminator, 1984. Well, we'll go with that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think-
Those are the movies that kind of catapulted him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'd put it above some of his other ones, but you'd have to be like splitting hairs.
Mhm.
Like, do I like Predator better than Terminator? Maybe it depends on the day of the week.
Yeah.
I think I like, for me, Predator is my personal favorite
It is my
Arnold
personal
movie.
favorite,
Mm.
Yeah.
And then right there, like right below it is Terminator 2 and Terminator. But, like you said, what day of the week is it? How am I
Yeah.
feeling? All right. Number 3, Predator.
Pump it.
Bump it up. How about you, Hot Sauce? What's your personal favorite Arnold movie?
Well, I was just getting ready to look for that list that I sent because I don't know, like, if I have a favorite, because I kind of threw that list out and said just like in no particular order.
Yeah. I made a
Find
list
it real
too, but I just make a list of his movies he's been in. I can take a look.
Yeah.
My thing, last time I watched Predator, I remembered thinking to myself that it's a little, I wish it was slightly tighter paced.
Yeah.
Because you get to that part toward the end where it's him and just the Predator.
Mm.
And you're like, wow, this is going just a little long at that point.
Yeah.
That's my only problem with Predator is it just gets a little long toward the end.
I saw a tweet the other day where somebody was like, I'll never not laugh at the fact that they made Predator's end credits a sitcom,
Right.
like credit scene, and it totally is like,
Yeah.
do. Then
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
they just like cut to them, like looking away and then looking at you smiling.
Bill Duke as.
Okay.
Bill Duke dry shaving all the time.
Oh yeah.
So number 4 is Total Recall. It's probably right up there. Yeah.
I like
That's
Total
fair.
Recall a lot, but
Not 4 for me.
yeah, not
Yeah.
4 for me.
I would say, in my opinion, probably it's 4th would be Running Man or Commando for me personally.
Ooh, Commandos.
Mhm.
Dude, Commando is right up there. It's
We'll bump
top
this
5
one.
in my
I
opinion.
really want to watch Total Recall again. It's been years since
The
I've
remake
watched
is
it.
fucking awful.
Yeah, it is with Colin Farrell.
Get that motherfucker out of there.
True Lies. Oh,
That's
I think that's got to go
That's
up.
gotta go up.
Is it going up because of Arnold or is it going up because prime Jamie Lee Curtis?
Prime and
I mean, I think it's just
it's
a
awesome.
The-
movie.
if it's
great
going, if it's
recipe for
going
a
up,
great movie.
if it's going up, it's because of Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
What's this
Yeah.
like? Come on, man! I sell cars. I got a little dick.
He should got an award for that.
The last time, True Lies was like maybe Arnold's last big one. Last time I watched it, I'm like, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't maybe quite what I'd call prime Arnold. But it's got funny stuff like that.
You're
True
fired.
Lies was good.
You're fired.
I remember going and seeing that in the theaters.
I did too.
With my
I
pops.
sure did.
It was great. All right, Commando.
Commando's
Oh,
way
man.
higher for
Yeah.
me.
We
Yeah.
got to bump that up.
Like
And this is my weak arm.
if you tell me to like put on an Arnold movie, I would either probably just randomly put on T2 or Commando. Like Commando is like 80s Arnold to me in a way.
It is
Like Predator is a very kind of serious movie, but Commando is like a very over the top
action movie.
You know,
Wow, Predator was 87.
I might put Commando above Predator.
And Commando was 85.
Even though Predator, like in its way, is probably a better movie, but Commando is just fun. Arnold, the one-liners, stick
Yeah.
around.
Stick around. Yeah, that's
Don't
from
bother,
70
don't bother my friend. He's dead tired.
yeah.
76% of people agree with you on bumping it up. by
He
the way.
goes to the mall. Sully. Like,
You're a funny
you
guy,
said
Sully.
you'd kill me last. I lied.
You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm gonna kill you last.
What do you think, Hot Sauce? Would you bump it up?
I would bump it down. I'm not as big a Commando fan, obviously, as you guys from hearing this.
Man, when that comes on, I stop and I turn it on. I watch it every time.
Kyle's about to drive to
I can-
Illinois
I can-
right now.
Commandos is one of those movies that like I can put it on and watch every second of it, or I can put it on and clean the house.
Yeah.
Like
And just watch-
Gladiator? No way, you wouldn't put that on.
Uh-oh.
I don't clean the house for 3 hours.
Number 7, The Running Man.
I mean, that's just a great
The
film.
Running Man is kind of like Commando to me. It's not quite like A1 Prime, Arnold, but it is very Arnold.
Yeah.
in its way.
Yeah.
I like
think
the story too.
I'm kind of neutral on this one as far as like Running Man being in the 7th
Yeah.
spot, Yeah, Running Man's good.
Yeah.
I
It's
enjoy
fun, you know.
Mhm.
it. Jesse Ventura's in that too, isn't
Yep,
he?
as a captain.
Who else is in that? Didn't we just say Jim Brown?
Yeah, Jim Brown.
Yeah, Jim
was
Brown's in it.
Sub-Zero. Now just oh no, was he sub? No, he was the guy with the fire. Pyro or
Let's see here. He was. See, Jesse Ventura was Captain Freedom.
captain. I knew it was one of the captains.
Jim Brown was Fireball.
Fireball.
Captain Freedom.
Oh, I think
Freedom.
Sub-Zero. Now just plain zero.
Here's another PBS movie, Conan the Barbarian.
This is one of my favorite Arnolds. This is actually maybe one of my all-time favorite movies. This might be like top 10 favorite movies for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's one of my favorites.
This movie is like
Arnold.
art.
I remember watching this as a kid, but I couldn't tell you anything about it nowadays. It's been
If
so
you were
long.
if you were to ask me for underrated Arnold, this is maybe
whoa.
my top underrated Arnold movie.
So you want us to bump this up,
Oh
right?
yeah, this is
Yeah, he definitely wants that up there.
the score. John Milius' direction.
He's getting deep in it, isn't he?
I'm telling you, like this is one of my favorites.
The costume designing, I mean, it's just magnificent.
They don't make sort of like these fantasy adventure movies like this anymore.
Mm.
It'd be CGI and
Because
all that.
they sucked.
They made the Momoa one.
The Momoa one was
James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones is as Thulsa Doom.
Mm-hmm.
That is hilarious.
This is my jam.
All right, because they suck. Kindergarten Cop. Oh,
Move that up over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely up with moving that up.
Yeah.
that's got to be up there, man. Number 9 is just kind of insulting.
I'll be upset if one of these isn't in the top 10. I'm going to be upset depending on what 10 is.
Well, you got to. I mean, this is where it comes to like splitting hairs. Like,
Yeah,
where is Kindergarten Cop maybe a better movie than Commando? Maybe, but it's fun. It's got that act. It's got that Arnold. It's the same, just like Running Man. Is it a little better than Running Man movie? Maybe. Is it? What day of the week is it? You know.
And it's
not a
nothing better
tuba.
with, and it's nothing better with a hardened cop, Arnold Schwarzenegger teaching kids, which is fucking hilarious.
So it's like
And-
I'm the
and it's
potty
right.
pooper.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a good movie. I mean,
Yeah.
and it still holds up to this day. I just watched it. Was it like, I don't know, probably about 6 months ago.
I haven't rewatched it in a long time. I have to do that.
It's usually always on like TBS or some
Yeah.
shit like that. Okay, number 10, Twins. Man, that's
I'm fine where it's at. I never really.
Yeah.
I watched Twins once. And I'm like,
I never, it's never one of those movies that
No.
draws me back, but
Yeah.
I remember liking it as a kid.
yeah.
I feel like maybe we'll have to see what's next. I don't know if Twins is top 10. I liked
No,
it when I was young.
Absolutely not.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's top 10.
I'm kind of, I don't
Twins
think it's
not
top 10.
I think it's fun and it's well directed. And all
Sorry,
that.
Danny.
Yeah,
As much as I love Danny DeVito, it's not a top 10.
And there's a reference to Danny DeVito in Fubar too.
Yeah, I caught that one. Last Action Hero.
if you were to
Bump it
ask
up.
me another underrated Arnold, it's Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I
is
love Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero is a phenomenal movie.
It
It gets
is.
no fucking credit, none whatsoever. We're bumping that up.
I would put Last Action Hero above Twins.
Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
Hands down.
Even though I love Twins,
Yeah.
that's another Last Action Hero is like another Arnold movie. Where
So, are you mad, Hot Sauce? That I haven't heard you. You said you would be mad if something wasn't in the
Yeah.
top 10.
Yeah, it's
He's
not
pissed.
up there.
is it an Arnold Christmas movie? Is that what you're thinking?
Yep.
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 Eraser. Come on.
Let's go bump that down.
Yeah.
Down.
Really.
Eraser was like a totally just okay. Like, yeah, it's an
Yeah.
Arnold movie. Okay.
I mean, I like Vivica A. Fox, but
Wow. Jingle All the Way is going to be below Conan the Destroyer.
Yeah.
come on now. And I
That's
love
bullshit.
Destroyer, but that needs to go up. That's above Eraser. That's definitely above Eraser.
I don't know
Conan
about
Destroyer.
that.
Yeah.
I think it is. For my personal, because I never watch Eraser.
We're
ever.
going to vote this one down.
Fucking
I might
disgusting.
like certain parts of Conan the Destroyer, but Eraser's probably a better movie.
I completely forgot about Red Heat.
How is Red Heat above Jingle All the Way? I mean, are we just not including Jingle All the
We
Way?
must not.
It
I'm
depends.
just like done with this list already.
It's gonna
Red
put that down.
Heat is another one that's like fun, kind of Commando era Arnold. You know, it's not
Well, it's
maybe
got
top
Jim
tier
Belushi,
A1.
right?
Yeah, this is whack.
Yeah, this shit's. I mean, Last Stand was good, but it shouldn't even be in the.
I haven't watched Last Stand. and I have it on my watch list.
It's worth watching.
Yeah, we went and saw
yeah.
that one in the theater. It was fun.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
I think that's sort of going to be like Arnold's last big movie, and it was like 10 years ago now.
That's like
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah. Let's see.
Escape Plan. I mean, well,
I didn't even watch that.
Escape Plan was good. You didn't watch that?
Mm.
That
Yeah, you
that
did, because we saw that at night at the movies. You didn't show up for that? That was a Nerdco movie, wasn't it?
I never watched it.
one of them was.
Yeah, one of them was. Did we
I
do?
think it was the first one.
Yeah, it was the first one. It would have been because it's 2013. 'Cause
Yeah,
we,
Arnold was fun in
we
that.
started Nerdco in like 2012.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of the sequels though, too. So
You've seen Escape Plan. Quit fucking lying.
no, I'm dead serious. I don't even remember it.
Yeah, this
16.
is whack. This movie's trash.
Haven't
Yeah.
seen. Haven't even seen.
Garbage.
Yeah, this wasn't
I've
that
seen
good.
it.
That was
Sucks.
like maybe right when he became governor or something, right after or right before.
2000.
So it had to be like right before.
Yeah, I think it's right before.
Not a fan.
Like,
Yeah,
why
this
is
is
fucking Iron on here?
garbage.
Yeah, mark that down.
The Expendables is a great fucking movie. Don't get me wrong, but it's not an Arnold movie.
It's not just based on Arnold.
Raw Deal.
You can put that down.
Like, where is Jingle All the Way? End of Days.
I need to revisit that.
See,
one.
I like
really
End of
wanna-
Days, but it's not one of his best
I
films.
want to watch it again. I remember it being a little too dark for me when it was out.
Yeah.
1999. What were we?
Yeah. This,
11 at the time or something like
this
that.
isn't like fun Arnold. This is dark, depressive, suicidal Arnold.
Yeah.
But I'd rather watch that above Raw Deal.
Jingle All the Way can't be on this list. It just can't be on it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
obviously not.
I'm not even a huge Jingle All the Way fan, and it's got to be.
Yeah. Terminator 3.
that can go
I
down.
still haven't even seen that. I never
It's-
watched it.
I watched it once, I think.
Was it worth it?
I've watched it.
I
but
rented
it's
it
just
back.
like
Damn, 24.
24. Are you fucking
Not even
kidding
top
me?
20.
bump that up.
This is a travesty. 59% of people agree. Do people not like Jingle All the Way? I didn't know that people didn't like it.
Who said you could eat my cookies?
Put the cookie down.
I mean, like Phil Hartman. You got fucking Sinbad, who's great in that film. Come on now.
Yeah. I remember this movie, Collateral Damage.
I
Mhm.
don't even recall.
This is-
I maybe watched it once. I don't remember anything about it.
This
I
is
bumped
my
it down.
past. Take me down the river.
That's
I don't even
that's
remember that.
kind of
That's
like
where that's from.
sixth day era Arnold for me. Like,
Yeah.
I just wasn't really into it when
No.
it came out.
After a while, he was just taking shit for money, Like Expendables 3. Like, I don't think the Expendable movies should be on here. They're not
No.
Arnold movies.
Right.
They're
It's just what
It-
he's.
It's on the go back up. It's on the list of Arnold movies, and they don't even list Arnold in the fucking credits. Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, and Antonio Banderas.
yeah, that just doesn't make
What
sense.
was the name of this ranker list? What is it actually called?
Best all-time Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Hmm.
So
This is terrible.
Bump down Genesis as well.
yeah.
This is terrible.
I was okay with Genesis for the most. It tried to do too much.
Well, I was okay with it, but he's not even the main actor in that movie. Bump that down,
It
right,
says-
Sonia?
It says Bridget Nelson, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
bump that down.
he's very much a side character in that one.
He's basically
Isn't that,
he's a sophisticated Conan in this movie, basically.
Isn't that Bridget Nelson? Wasn't she married to
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone? Yeah.
She was Ivan Drago's wife.
Yeah.
Before.
Terminator Dark Fate. I actually didn't mind this movie.
I didn't. It was okay, but it's just
Yeah.
like it's rinse and repeat with Terminator. So it's kind of like
You hear James Cameron's writing another Terminator movie?
I don't care,
Yeah.
James.
I think he wants another crack
Well,
at it.
I just
I
like
would
I think,
certainly like somebody to figure out how to make a good Terminator
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Arnold
Well-
says he's done, which is good because we get it.
Yeah. He's
T1,
fucking old.
T2, we
well,
get
I
it.
think even the main character, the girl who plays in it, said like people have seen this movie before, so
They don't even need
an
Arnold to make that.
No.
To make it. They could CGI him like they did. in
Well,
the
I
one.
like how they did the Terminator in this. How it was two Terminators, one was a hard skeleton.
Wasn't
and liquid.
wasn't the bad guy from Fubar?
Gabriel
in-
Luna?
Isn't he in that?
And he's the Terminator.
He
in
plays
this
one of the bad Terminators.
Yeah, you can
Sab-
bump that up.
Sabotage.
I
Sabotage
thought
is
that was
fucking
pretty
hilarious.
decent.
Arnold, or not Arnold, but Rob loves fucking Arnold in this movie.
It's fucking
Like
great.
we watched this movie, and I think Rob laughed more than anything.
Don't you fucking scream at me?
Hearing
You're 43% body fat.
hearing Arnold like scream cuss words is so fucking hilarious. I don't know what it is.
This place looks like a fucking crack house.
Maggie was trash.
I didn't know really
It was
watch
okay.
Maggie.
It was trash.
It was Arnold trying to do something a little different.
Yeah.
There's a scene where he smokes a cigarette, and it's just he makes the cigarette because he's still a big guy,
Yeah.
and then makes the cigarette look like almost like a kid smoking a cigarette.
Yeah,
Like,
well, because he's
go
always
with a cigar.
he's
Arnold.
always doing cigars.
Okay, the rundown. I'm just kind of done with this list at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Batman and
this
Robin.
is terrible.
I mean, those are probably the worst like lines for him. But
Junior. I remember Junior.
Never seen Junior.
You've never seen Junior?
I mean,
That should be up over these movies.
I would put that over Batman and Robin.
That's where he gets pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First meal.
Yeah.
Other Danny DeVito movie.
Hercules in New York.
Like his
That's
first
his like
movie.
first movie. You can bump that down.
Aftermath. I remember watching Aftermath, but I
I
don't
don't remember watching that at all.
I remember
Didn't like
watching
that.
it and I was like, this is boring. I couldn't get into it.
That list is garbage. As soon as I saw Jingle All the Way where it was.
See, I would give that because that's pretty funny.
Killing Gunther was funny. I did like that one. Game Changers.
He's like even like the main guys in those ones.
Well, I mean, they're getting down into.
Yeah, list
Arnold is
over.
in this movie.
yeah.
List is over. All right. So,
Top 10 was half decent.
I mean, is there a movie on there that should have been on there
I don't think so.
that you can think of?
I
I think they covered about every fucking movie, but I don't necessarily agree with the order.
They were reaching on some of those, like
Yeah.
those Expendable movies. Those aren't Arnold movies. Those are Sylvester Stallone movies.
Yeah. I mean, that's him showing up for
Yeah.
like 10 minutes. That's it.
go
yeah.
to the letterbox here real quick, see if they got anything.
Well, I guarantee you, if you go for like the best Chuck Norris movies, they're going to put the Expendables on there. You know?
Yeah. I missed hearing.
Star of 127 films.
I missed hearing Hot Sauce search for things.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like they get pretty much everything,
Yeah.
I'm just.
minus a few cameos.
How
in
is
there.
Jingle All the Way not in the top 10?
It has to be in the top 10.
Uh,
It's one of the best Christmas movies.
Blows my mind. So let's recap the top 10 here.
Wonder if I can.
Well, and I just sorted the letterbox list by average rating, and that's very fucking surprising.
This one says I just looking up Arnold Schwarzenegger and sorting by popularity of the movie. It's T2, Terminator, Predator, Total Recall, Batman and Robin, The Long Goodbye, which he's just like got a bit part in, Terminator Dark Fate, True Lies, Terminator 3, and Jingle All the Way. So just by popularity. So I don't know if that's.
I will say I did enjoy him in the Batman and Robin movie.
He's the best thing in that movie.
I liked him as Mr. Freeze.
There's a freeze coming.
This is Arnold Schwarzenegger by highest rated. T2 is number 1. Long Goodbye is number 2. Never Sleep Again. So he must have been in the Nightmare on Elm Street documentary at some point. Terminator is 4. Predator is 5. Total Recall is 6. That's not
T2 7.
something about T2. The Making of
All
Terminator.
the making of T2,
Making
yeah.
of Terminator 2 is number 7. Cyberpunk Part 1 must be some kind of documentary. Is Part 8. So
Well,
Ultimate Reality is number 9.
if you ever needed proof that humanity needs to be policed in some sort of fashion and needs to be governed in some sort of way, it's proof right here, because Jingle All the Way is not in the top 10.
let's.
So people just aren't, they just don't possess any common sense.
So this is my letterbox Arnold Schwarzenegger rating by what's it say? This is your rating highest first. So these are my highest rated Arnold movies, I guess. Terminator 2 is number 1. Conan the Barbarian is number 2. Predator is number 3. Terminator is number 4. Long Goodbye is 5. Running Man is 6. True Lies is 7. Twins is 8.
All right. Well, you've heard it, people. You've heard us give a pretty spoiler-free review of Fubar. And then we went through and did best Arnold movies. You heard some crazy news. So hopefully you enjoyed it. But this has been episode 159 of the Sleazy Podcast. Our call to action, as always, is to share the show with someone. And from there, they'll get someone to, they'll share the show with somebody else. And it's like a chain effect. It just keeps going and going and going. But please do share the show, share it on your social media accounts, share it with your friends or whoever, your coworkers, whatnot. Just tell them, like, I like this show and I think you would like it. And we'll go from there.
Tell them you don't like it and you don't think they'll like it, but you should listen to it anyway.
Yeah, you should listen to it every week just to argue with us. And if you disagree with us on any of this, you can feel free to reach out to us on any of the social media platforms, or you can go on YouTube and comment it on the video there.
Please don't shoot through anybody's door.
And we'll tell you to get fucked. But yeah, this has been episode 159. We'll be back in a couple weeks as always. But yeah, keep it sleazy.
Get to the podcast.
Thanks for listening to the
Get to
Sleazy
the
Podcast.
podcast.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and remember, listen to Sleazy.